Have you ever heard of a brand called Special Lighting? Me either, until they slid in my DMs on Instagram and asked me to review their pod lights. I got them right here installed in my Subaru, right next to my old trusty Baja Designs, and just looking at it right away, there's definitely some design cue copying there. So let's go ahead and dive into this and see if they're actually good or if they're kind of So first look at the box here. It's pretty typical standard box. As you can see, Special Lighting, Laser X9. These are a laser pod light. I'll kind of dive into the laser here later, but Special Lighting, very weird name. Not quite sure why they went with that. I guess they just wanted to be special. I don't know. I don't like it, but to each their own, I guess. So before I dive deep into the pod lights, let's take a look at the wiring, because everyone knows with auxiliary lighting, the wiring side of things is extremely important. This is all you get. You get a Deutsch connector with a pigtail. The relay harness, the fuse, the switch, you got to figure that out by yourself. Good luck. Now for the pod. So as we get closer, you can definitely tell a lot of design cues are from Baja Designs. The only thing here that doesn't look like Baja Designs, it's that laser in the middle. Let's go and do a quick side-by-side. It honestly looks like it's just copy and paste it over, with the only difference being the logo. I don't know about you, but I'd like to buy non-replica parts, but maybe you're trying to pinch some pennies and you just need to see better. So now let's dive into the lasers. Lasers are freaking badass. They're bright and they go extremely far. The distance on laser lighting nowadays, especially from Baja Designs, it can go for miles. So when they offered to send me these to do a review, I was really glad to review these because the price is right around the same price point as Baja Designs pods. However, whenever I first lit them up, I was extremely disappointed. The LEDs, the output, it's not terrible. It's better than the stuff that you'll find on Amazon and eBay, but I was extremely disappointed by the laser light here. It wasn't bright, it was legitimately a pencil beam, and as you can see from this footage that we took last night, it's not that good. Having these two dots in your field of vision as you're driving at night, an extreme disturbance. Like, it's hard to focus on the road when you're just looking at these lights. And the worst part is you can't even turn that off. These are wired directly with the typical LEDs here, and they're not its own independent switch. Here's what the Baja Design pods look like that Special Lighting knocked off. These pod lights don't have a laser, so they're not quite as bright, but the beam pattern is actually more desirable because it's not that super intense spotlight. The larger beam is easier to drive with, and you can see that the Baja beam pattern on the ground is way brighter and way wider too. These Special Lighting pod lights are mounted further out on my car, which is why you can see the triangular shadow on the front of the car. If all four were mounted in the same spot, it would be even easier to tell that the Baja lights are a better option. Now let's go ahead and flip this around here. The heatsink fins on the back of the Special Lighting knockoff light and the overall construction seems pretty durable, but keep in mind that these are really expensive. But one place they really skipped out on was the wiring. It's very loose, as you can see here. It's just very bad connection. This is going to degrade over time and it's going to let water in. If you ever do any water crossings, you're going to get water in here, which is a big no-no. Now, this isn't the only product they make. They also make some bigger variants of their pod lights as well too. Now, these smaller pod lights isn't all that Special Lighting manufactures. They also do some bigger pod lights. One of the big pod lights that they have is very similar to the LP9s here. If you put them side by side, similar with these, you honest to God can't tell a difference other than the logo. Whenever I was talking with them, I tried to get them to send me a set. Come to find out, they can't even send them to the US because of Baja's patent. They can't send them, they can't sell them. It's obvious that Special Lighting didn't invent anything here, and they're just producing knockoffs of popular lights. Baja Designs is known for their durability and performance. They've been around a long time and they are well known within the industry. So whenever you're shopping for pod lights, choose whatever you want. I'm personally sticking with Baja.